Hey everyone, it's time for your Tuesday Daily Trucker News Update. I'm Brittany Joyner.
And I'm Carlin Stafford. We have a lot of news to cover today, including why there could be a fuel shortage during the summer travel months, when New York State is looking to go all electric, and an incredible story of a driver walking away from a scary crash on a bridge.
So let's get trucking.
It looks like Pennsylvania's bridge toll plan will be facing some hurdles in the state's legislature. A bill was passed by the state Senate, which would require the State Department of Transportation to have approval from the legislature for projects. This is in response to the plan to toll 9 major bridges, which some lawmakers say is a violation of the law that founded the Public-Private Transportation Partnership Board in 2012. The bill now heads to the state house, but it's unlikely to get approval from the governor. Right now, PennDOT hasn't made the final decision on which bridges to toll, but it's expected the tolls would be anywhere between $1 to $2 both ways.
As the country begins the summer travel months, many Americans could be seeing major prices at the pump, not because of a fuel shortage, but because of a driver shortage. According to the National Tank Truck Carriers Group, about a quarter of all tanker trucks are parked because there aren't enough qualified drivers to handle them. The reason for the shortage? The NTTC group says a lot of driver schools were closed due to the pandemic and the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. Wow, we have a trucker shortage there, Carlin.
We always have a trucker shortage. That seems to be something that they always talk about, kind of a big boogeyman, if you will. But the jobs are there. So if you're interested in becoming a tanker driver or just a driver in general, know that there are jobs out there for you, and it's going to be super easy for you, well, to get work.
Right, exactly.
Well, a bill has been passed by the New York State Legislature that would mandate all new cars sold in the state run on electric power by 2035 and would also have trucks and other heavy-duty vehicles do the same by 2045. The bill will direct the Department of Environmental Conservation to establish laws that will make sure the goal is met. The bill will now head to Governor Andrew Cuomo for approval or vetoing.
Speaking of electric vehicles, one of the biggest concerns is lack of charging stations. Well, now the first of its kind heavy-duty electric truck charging site called Electric Island has opened in Portland. The site is a joint venture between Daimler Trucks North America and Portland General Electric and is across the street from NDT&A's Portland headquarters, less than a mile from Interstate 5. It has 8 charging stations. Most are open for public use and can be used for charging trucks, buses, vans, and cars. This is the first site designed for medium and heavy-duty trucks as a part of the West Coast Clean Transit Corridor Initiative, a plan to electrify 1,300 miles of I-5 across 3 West Coast states. How cool is that, Carlin?
Really cool. I'm glad they called it Electric Island because I don't know if I could roll off all those other words they used to describe it. But, you know, I'm excited to see where else that happens because obviously now in Portland, California, I would imagine would probably get one soon.
Sure.
And then I wonder how much further east it's going to go because that's going to be something that opens up a lot of doors and we'll probably start seeing a lot more electric trucks roll out in the near future.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, they called it an island for a reason. It's only one right now.
Only one. Well, 2 truckers will face prosecution after U.S. Customs and Border Protection, sorry, I'm so used to saying Border Patrol, found $4.5 million worth of marijuana at the U.S.-Canada border in North Dakota. Officers discovered the almost 3,000 pounds of marijuana after a second inspection at the Pembina port of entry. The drivers have not been identified and the investigation is still ongoing, but marijuana busts have become a common occurrence since the border was closed for non-essential travel.
Well, here's a scary one for you. A truck driver in South Carolina was able to escape their cab that was left overhanging the Black and PD rivers in Georgetown after an accident. According to first responders, the truck ran into another vehicle before smashing a barrier and hanging over the edge. Thankfully, no one had major injuries. That is so scary. That's like my worst nightmare fear.
Right, just dangling there and able to make it out with no injuries. Just kind of, I think the pictures you can kind of see him getting out of the truck.
Yes.
Oh,
it is so scary. Well, that does it for today's news update.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow for all that trucking news you need.